2K Sports pregame show.
Man, it is great to be with you again, everybody. The NBA season has now hit full stride. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith on 2K Sports. The fans are filling the seats out in Boston, the site of our broadcast, and where the Celtics will be going up against the Milwaukee Bucks. Well, for the Bucks, a good season so far for them, sitting comfortably in fourth place in the Eastern Conference. Very similar to the level of success they had last year. And we'll get to see Al Horford take to the court in this one. Horford, a player that we all love, but the last few seasons, his rebounding has taken a dip. Is that just how it goes for big men as they get deeper into their NBA careers, Shaq?
Yeah, Ernie, all big men deal with declining rebounding numbers as they get older. Father Time is undefeated, buddy.
Undefeated. But the burst really goes away when your knees go. And I don't care. Father Time must have some great knees because he's been around a long time.
Wait,
I just got a question before we go.
What?
Well, if Father Time is undefeated,
Yes?
who goes after Father Time?
All these players. All these players who have tried to play past their years.
Okay, I got it.
And they've lost.
But Father Time has to have a Father Time.
No.
He must get tired too.
No, I'm so totally confused.
Jeez, I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
The Boston fans already at a fever pitch inside the arena. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. Along with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, I'm Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge, our sideline reporter. And before we get going, let's catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, who had a chance to speak with head coach Brad Stevens. David, what do you have to say?
Well, guys, he has an admiration for what he called the intelligent, efficient offense played by today's opponent. He told me that the thing about this team is that they are so good at identifying the weak spots in an opponent, and they come at you in multiple ways depending on where those weak spots are. He said, we've got to be ready for everything. It's pretty tall order. Guys?
Thank you, David. Looking at tonight's game, two exceptional three-point shooting teams, Doris. How do you see this one playing out?
Well, usually, Kevin, with two quality shooting teams, it's about who gets rhythm, who gets open looks, and obviously, can you get into the space of shooters if you're the defensive team?
So the Bucks win the tip. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. All the big bucks up front. Giannis, Parker, and Maker. Bledsoe is out there with Chris Middleton. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. And so it's Boston with it. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Yeah, and some nights, you know, the starters carry the load, and then there's others when it's about the bench. That night, the bench won out.
Well, they came to play for sure, and it took the pressure off that starting unit, which is exactly what you're hoping they would do.
And the Celtics with possession here. Irving, good.
Yeah, just a bit of daylight off the screen is enough for Irving to knock down that shot.
Bledsoe outside. Craig Monroe with the rebound. So it's the Celtics now. It's a three-point game. They lost the last time they faced the Bucks. That one in Milwaukee.
You know, a poor shooting night. I just got the sense they didn't work hard enough to get good looks.
Right. There has to be some sort of consistent effort to generate quality shots. It seemed to me they thought they were going to come easily.
One shot.
Free throw drops for Hayward.
And Gordon Hayward has increased his scoring average every season he's been in the league. And couple that last year also a career high in offensive efficiency. The guy is just a budding superstar.
Offensive rebound, and the basket by Maker.
Oh, easy putback. No one got a body on it.
Boy, I'll tell you, Greg, that's just inexcusable. All they had to do was box him out. You learn a lesson the hard way in that instance.
And he comes up with the deuce. Horford's got his first basket. And Gordon Hayward has worked on his strength, but also his balance, adding boxing, Greg, as you were talking about, to his off-season training.
Yeah, great point. I mean, the strength, the balance, and footwork make him a great slasher. This guy gets in the lane and just has a knack for working himself to the foul line.
And here is Irving, following the three from Eric Bledsoe. Irving kicks to Hayward. Here's Brown. Second chance shot, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here. It goes on Eric Bledsoe.
Number 3 overall back in 2016. Jaylen Brown with a powerful build on the wing, guys. 6'7", 233 pounds. I think you need those perimeter defenders who combine quickness and strength, and he's got it.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Brown. And Doris, coming out of Cal Berkeley, the knock on Brown was his shooting touch.
You know, there was such a wide variety of opinion on him in the draft. Some felt that he was a little bit of a reach, but this guy has shown promise and earning regular minutes and having some success with that three-pointer and athleticism.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
How exciting is Jaylen Brown as a basketball player? This guy is a skilled forward who loves showing off that ability to dunk the basketball.
The Bucks have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Here's Maker. Rebounded by the Celtics.
He does everything right except drain the shot.
Hayward passes to Horford. Irving kicks to Hayward. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Boy, that makes them 4 out of 5 to start this thing. They're finding very good shots early on.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Bledsoe. Maker kicks to Parker. This one for 3. That shot no good. Boston leading by 6. Irving passes to Brown. Dishes it to Horford. Back to Brown. 6 to shoot. Hayward goes in. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Hayward's got 7.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's the screen. Off the pick. Misses off the right eye. The Celtics have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Here's Irving. Here's Monroe. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
I mean, you'd have to question their effort, Greg. They did a great job at penetrating and kicking out. The defense simply wasn't up to the task.
Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the Celtics.
And the three-point shot was a huge part of their game plan. When it was falling, it made them very hard to defend. Opponents were stretched out all over the place.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Milwaukee, no good that time either. Celtics leading by 10. Irving kicks to Brown. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Well, so important to have three-point shooters that can stretch the defense and open things up. These small forwards have been doing just that over the last month. Jason Tatum on top. Second is Gordon Hayward.
I mean, you've got a dilemma when it comes to any of the guys on that list. Stay up tight on them on the perimeter, and you risk them blowing by you. But if you back off, you might get your feelings hurt.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. That's what they do with their three-point shooting. They can demoralize a defense. I mean, there are some sleepless nights after having to face any one of those guys.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Bledsoe kicks to Parker. Passes to Antetokounmpo, and it's good on the assist by Parker. Antetokounmpo's got his first basket of the night.
Boy, he's able to get to the hoop, Kev, because of that great solid screen.
Picked by Horford. Brown outside. In the corner, it's Hayward. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Here's Bledsoe. Rejected by Monroe.
Well, it's been an up-and-down quarter for him on the offensive end. Mostly down, though.
Brown dishes to Horford. Wants to get it to Brown and does. Makes it off the glass.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And you look at the Bucks in this roster, and the one constant at every position, length. I mean, great height and wingspan. Giannis and Maker, just to name a few. And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Second shot opportunity. Horford with the bucket, getting it done inside. Horford's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Bledsoe passes to Antetokounmpo. Maker with a screen for Bledsoe. Rebounded by the Celtics. Monroe's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And when so much of the NBA is trying to capitalize, Greg, on small ball, the Bucks said they're going to go for tall ball if they can make it work.
And what the length and height gives the Bucks is a few things. One, you get matchup advantages at least at a few positions on the floor. Great coverage in the passing lanes. And remember now, the half court is much bigger because of the impact of the three-point shot. You need size, skill, and activity to be able to guard that far from the basket.
Now here's Irving. Following the miss by Eric Bledsoe. Shoots over Brogdon. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Here's Antetokounmpo. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Horford.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think.
And one thing you notice with Giannis is just how much better this team is with him on the floor. What he brings on offense and defense is as huge as any player in our league.
That's good from Antetokounmpo. And Greg, with Giannis, the team is so much more dangerous with him on the floor offensively, and the numbers back it up.
Yeah, Giannis, one of the few difference makers who can impact the game on both ends. Causes a ton of turnovers with his D, but also can facilitate or carry a team with his offense.
Celtics have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
The first free throw is good. Doris, with defensive rules now allowing teams to play a sort of soft zone, does that make it easier to hide bad defensive players on your team?
Well, it certainly gives you one avenue. I don't think you can play zone in the NBA for any extended periods because the coaching is too good and the skill level of the players would destroy a zone if you gave a steady diet of it. I do believe, however, that hiding a defensive weakness comes down to personnel. How many can you hide on one particular floor? Somebody's going to get exposed somewhere if there's too many.
No doubt. Now here's Smart. He's coming off a 13-point game against Phoenix. Irving kicks to Monroe. Out to Hayward. The feed to Smart. Over Dellavedova. They get the rebound. Monroe. And it's slammed in by Monroe.
And from the opening tip, they have been in complete control of this one.
Yeah, you know, it looks like they've wanted it more. Outstanding hustle and determination throughout.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Doris, we know coaches need to win to keep their jobs. However, they need great players to win, which falls on the shoulders of a general manager. So why are more coaches fired for poor team performance than GMs, you think?
You know, I think what's fascinating to me, and this is a supposition I've heard other broadcasters talk about, which I believe should be instituted. Instead of just showing the coach's record on national broadcast, why don't we include the record of the GM? Because the coaches are not ultimately responsible unless they're responsible for both jobs, which we do see on occasion. But to me, the general manager has a significant role to the win-loss record, and both should be included.
And maybe when the owner says, hey, I'll pick the coach, it doesn't affect you. But if you pick the coach, you're tied with that coach. You're joined at the hip.
Great point. Great point.
Henson sets a screen for Antetokounmpo. Shot off the screen, and it's in off the backboard. Antetokounmpo's got his third basket of the night.
Well, you can see he's feeling it right now. Shots dropping from all over the place this quarter.
Morris kicks to Tatum. Feeds it to Smart. Pass to Rozier. Clock at 4. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Goes up on the wing, and a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 9 points.
I'll tell you, he's been one area they haven't had to worry about tonight. He's been scoring at will.
Smart kicks to Baines. Here's Rozier. He's guarded by Brogdon. Rozier, the pass to Smart. Tipped away. Dellavedova with the ball. Now guarded by Smart. Dellavedova kicks to Teletovic. And another basket for Milwaukee.
And this is where Teletovic has really improved in my estimation. Can be lethal in the catch and shoot game.
Morris outside, and it's Baines in the corner. Back to Morris. Celtics passing it around with the floater, and it's Rozier missing. Bucks trail by 13. Dellavedova kicks to Antetokounmpo. The three-pointer is right on target. He's got 12.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Well, you want to slow this man's roll right now if you're the defense, because you've got to make somebody else beat you. He's cooking right now.
Austin with the ball. And Giannis Antetokounmpo made that last three-pointer. Here's Rozier. The long distance three is buried. And the Celtics lead by 13.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and he can't bank that one in. Boston's gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. Milwaukee, another fast break opportunity here. Got a piece of it.
I'll tell you, don't forget about Marcus Smart's vertical. Twice on the pipes, rejects that shot.
The Bucks have shot just one free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. The first one falls. And we watch Giannis out there. He just looked unstoppable, Greg, at times. The way he's able to attack the rim, the blend of size, speed, and length is just unparalleled in the NBA.
And it's the movement that throws you off with Giannis. One step, and he's gone from the 3 line to the rim. There isn't any way to stop someone that skilled who's that big.
Doris, back in college, you earned a master's in education. How close were you to pursuing that path versus veering into becoming an analyst for basketball games?
Yeah, you know, to be honest with you, I always felt like I would be a high school teacher and a basketball coach, and someday maybe I'll coach a boys high school basketball team. Very close, Kevin. I happened into broadcasting. I left coaching at Providence College. They put their women's basketball games on radio, and that was my entree into the business, and slowly but surely it grew every year.
But still educating still, right? I mean, don't you feel there's a part of education to being an analyst?
Oh, there's no question about it. You are trying to help that viewer to be as close to the action as we are fortunate enough to be, and sure, just describing what's going on. It's a lot of fun.
You are a PhD in broadcasting. Here's Antetokounmpo after the basket by Boston. Good on the bucket. Antetokounmpo's got 16 points.
You know, I like how he's getting involved in the offense. He's picking his spots and making his shot attempts count.
Here's Rozier, defended by Dellavedova. Smart. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Out left to the wing. Dellavedova from outside. The rebound by the Celtics. 46 seconds left here in the first quarter. And it's Baines missing.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Boston leading by 11. Here's Rozier. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Here's Dellavedova. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo can't get that one to fall. Boston's gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. Nice shot by Smart. He has 5.
Well, Kevin, the defense looking completely lost. Marcus Smart just toying with them in the paint.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And so it's the Boston Celtics. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. Back to the action after this word. We caught up with Kyrie Irving earlier, and he talked a little bit about expectations for himself and his teammates.
We expect so much out of each other every single night, and the team is going to go as hard as we go, as well as the other pieces that we have on the team, but we have to control it from a standpoint that we have to play off each other.
Kyrie reminding us that it's not just the expectations of the fans and the media, but also, perhaps the most demanding of all, are the expectations they've got for each other.
Oh yeah. They're constantly trying to manage expectations while still demanding the best from one another. And I got to tell you, it's fun to watch.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And for the Celtics here, they have been putting on a show, guys.
I'll tell you, when you take care of the backboards, good things seem to happen.
Well, I think it's been a priority to hit the glass, no doubt, and using their length and athleticism to perfection on the boards.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Bucks. They've got Tony Snell, Mirza Teletovic out there with John Henson. Then there's Bledsoe, and it's Dellavedova in at the 2 spot. Now here's Tatum. An 11-point game for him in the win against Phoenix. Here's Morris. That shot missing. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart for Antetokounmpo.
And looking at this shot chart, you can't help but feel that this entire team has played passively on offense. There has been little to nothing going on at the rim or in the paint for that matter. And when you don't attack the defense and put pressure on them down low, you are making life far too easy on them.
And he knocks down the first one.
I think, Kev, you look at the Celtics offense, not a lot of points in the paint or free throw attempts. They're very perimeter oriented.
And the Bucks making a change here. Middleton's checked in. Both good from the line that time. And Doris, if you're Brad Stevens and the Celtics, is that a focus, trying to get more going in the paint?
Well, I think they're going to play to their strengths, and right now that's probably shooting. But one thing they could look to be a little bit more aggressive with is their transition opportunities, because that could give them high percentage looks.
Now, here is Morris. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Count it. And the Celtics lead by 15.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, really good awareness by the scorer. You're seeing an opening in the defense and exploiting it beautifully.
Snell, that's good. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Rozier kicks to Smart. Now here's Tatum. Not a lot of room. And the baseline jumper, no good. Bucks trail by 13. Middleton outside. And there's the 3-second violation. While there's a chance, let's show you the teams that have thrived on the fast break this season. In fourth, the Bucks.
You know, it's an entertaining style of play. And look, I mean, those are the baskets you want if you've got the legs for it. Scoring becomes a lot easier.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first. Doors with every team now having shooters who can space the floor is such an important part of their offense. Who are some of the best players at taking advantage of that with the dribble drive?
Well, there's certain guys who you sit there and say, there's no way I'd ever want to be a lone defender in transition trying to deal with the ferocity of a Russell Westbrook drive, the absolute majesty of Kyrie Irving's handle, the combination of strength and athleticism of LeBron James. I just want to tell those defenders, you better step back, boys, and get out of the way.
You know, you make such a great point. As much as I admire the three-point shooting of Steph or Clay and the majesty of LeBron, the dribbling ability of Kyrie Irving, to me, is absolutely jaw-dropping.
This guy does not have explosive athleticism. It's a product of clearly somebody who has always had the basketball in his hands. It's majesty in motion.
It's stolen by Maker. A solo fast break, jumps up, and the dunk by Maker.
And how's that for a solo performance?
Well, you couldn't do it any better than that, Greg. Textbook execution on the break.
And that replay presented by Under Armour, showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. Irving against Bledsoe. Irving dishes to Horford. Back to Irving, stolen by Bledsoe. And here we go. Parker heading to the hoop, and the dunk by Parker.
Great instincts by Bledsoe. Picks it up cleanly, able to jumpstart the fast break.
Irving against Bledsoe. Now here is Horford. He's covered closely. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
While some are still speculating as to why Kyrie wanted out, the reality is, and it's this case with all great players, he feels like he's good enough to be the man on a team that can contend for a championship. And you might question how he went about it, but he's basically been a pro in his approach, and now he's got the chance.
And the first one at the line is good.
And there is going to be a lot of discussion over Irving's decision to want out for a long time. And what he does the next few years may end up defining his legacy. He is all in on himself, and it could pay off huge or fizzle out.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
Now, Irving is so versatile as a scorer. Outstanding free throw shooter, too.
Irving against Bledsoe. Knocked away and stolen by Kyrie Irving. Monroe outside. The kick out to Irving. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Horford.
Looking here at some numbers for Brown.
How his last 10 games have gone. He's around 10 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular. And sometimes what you see is what you get.
There's no doubt. This is a guy who understands his role, knows he's got to give you quality minutes, and that's what they expect from him.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, Celtics coach Brad Stevens is known for getting the best out of his players. He said every NBA player has an elite strength. Some of them have 10 of them. And those guys are the very best in the league, right? But every one of them is here for a reason. And there are times when you can really soar with that skill. Kevin?
And that's why Stevens is already one of the best coaches in the league, David. You've talked about him for a long time, getting maximum results from every one of his players. Maker. Good work defensively by Monroe.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And the call will be against Al Horford. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Bucks making a change here. Brogdon's checked in. Bucks trail by 14. Bledsoe with it. One of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now here's Hayward. Monroe in the corner. Clock at 6. Here's Brown, and the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
Kev, how about the strength on the finish? Jaylen Brown showing real muscle.
The Celtics have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them. And Antetokounmpo's checked in for Milwaukee.
One shot.
About halfway into the season, Doris, teams are already separating themselves from the pack. What are some of the elements you are looking for right now as you take a look at those top teams and trying to figure out a championship contender?
So you know that line, it's about the economy, stupid. It's about the players, right? You got to have players. You got to have stars. The contending teams always have at least 2 or 3 stars. So let's begin there. The other part is you've got to have the right role players around the stars. Think about the Draymond Greens. Think about the Kevin Loves. Guys in those positions that are in support of maybe the guys who have the ball in their hands. Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, LeBron James. There's got to be an unselfishness, a professionalism, a commitment. All the things that make championships possible on any number of levels.
Hayward kicks to Brown. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Antetokounmpo. A second chance effort. And Boston with the rebound. Horford's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
You know, they're trying to battle back, but he's missing shots this period.
And Maker sends it back. From 13, the shot by Brogdon, no good. Celtics leading by 17. Horford the pass to Brown. Stolen by Middleton. And Maker the bucket on the assist by Middleton. Maker's got 6 here in this quarter.
I think you could see early on that he was really with a rhythm and flow tonight, and now he's really starting to take off.
They set the pick. Here's Hayward. Here's Monroe. The rebound by the Bucks. Maker's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Pass to Brogdon. Here's Parker. Maker with the ball. Monroe on him. Another shot, and it's Maker laying it in. Maker's got 10 points.
I'll tell you, good things always come when you've got players who work hard for second chance opportunities.
Monroe sets a screen for Irving. Hayward outside. Picked by Horford. Hayward dishes to Brown. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Chris Middleton. Irving against Brogdon. Shot clock at 5. Second shot opportunity. Monroe, no good.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
No, exactly, Greg. Especially when the ball is that deep inside. You've got to respect how he altered that shot.
Now here's Irving. Jabari Parker unable to get his last shot to go. Boston again missing.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's not how you capitalize on the offensive end. You simply have to be more patient. Boy, what a nice carom there, guys. He can really use that size and length to his advantage.
Hayward against Antetokounmpo. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Taking a look at Boston. 3rd best record here in the early going. And checking out Milwaukee. A game and a half out.
And you know, for Boston, as talented a team as they are, has performed at a very high level this season. Everything's gone according to plan up to this point.
And their job now is a simple one. Keep doing exactly what they've been doing and get themselves in the best position possible for the postseason.
And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Lets it go from 14. And that one's good, Brogdon.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
Pulls up. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Boston leading by 11 to stop the drought, and so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And Kyrie Irving, a good playmaker. But he looks to score first, wouldn't you say, Doris?
Well, I think, Kevin, you can see with his tremendous skill level, playmaking is an area where he can be even more dynamic.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Irving.
And the Celtics trade for Kyrie Irving, sending shockwaves back in August. Never before had a pair of 25-point-per-game scorers swap teams in the offseason. That's what you call a blockbuster.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Monroe. Morris comes in for Al Horford. And Smart subbed in for Brown.
And no doubt Irving and IT, both elite offensive weapons. But Irving, 6 inches taller, perhaps more defensive upside, and 3 years younger. The Celtics feel he fits their timeline.
Dominating this quarter. He's been absolutely fantastic shooting the ball, and they still trail.
Irving kicks to Tatum. Back to Irving. There's the pass to Smart over Dellavedova. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And at 6'4", 220, Marcus Smart with terrific strength for a combo guard, Greg.
Yeah, I mean, he can just flat out bully most guards and even hold his own against the bigs. Beyond, though, that physical stature, it's his mentality that makes him special. He's a fire breather, just the type of player
the Celtics look for.
And that one falls for Smart. And you look at Marcus Smart, a career field goal percentage in the mid-30s. And yet, Doris, he's playing starters minutes for one of the best teams in the East.
I think, Kevin, sometimes a player will force you to look beyond the box score, right? Smart has a chance to be one of those no-stat stars. The advanced measures indicate this guy is one of the top guards in the NBA.
And so, Smart nails both of them.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Teletovic the screen. Passes it to Brogdon. Back to Antetokounmpo. Over Tatum. That one off the back iron and out.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Yeah, scoring isn't coming naturally to him right now. Looking a little bit uncomfortable out there.
Here's Rozier. 5 points in the game. Tatum at the elbow. Over onto Antetokounmpo. And Henson pulls it down.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Well, we call that crowding the shooter, right? You don't give up an inch. It's just perfect defense.
Celtics leading by 13. Here's Smart. Boston again missing. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. And it's sent back by Morris.
And this is what staying active can give you. Morris sending that one back with authority.
Morris a screen. Smart kicks to Rozier. Morris with a screen on Teletovic. Here's Rozier. And the shot is long.
They're fortunate to be in front given how shaky he's been from the floor tonight.
Dellavedova, the pass to Brogdon. Henson dishes to Dellavedova. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And Teletovic kicks to Antetokounmpo, the 17-footer. Rebound Boston. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead.
No question he's having a bad quarter, so somebody else needs to take charge of the scoring if they're going to cut into this deficit.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Right, perfect contest in that instance, Greg, making it really hard on the shooter to have any kind of space at all.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. A 23-point game for him in the win against Sacramento.
And he just seemed to have a little more fire in the first quarter than he has in this one. And it showed in all the trips he made to the free throw line. Those have dried up.
He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here. And the first one at the line is good.
Yeah, getting to the line more and more. Proof that Giannis is consistently being aggressive.
And the Bucks making a change here. Snell's checked in. Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo.
Well, Brad Stevens started his own preseason coaching summit in Boston. This guy is clearly dedicated to his craft. He's dedicated to learning from his peers. He is always watching games from every different angle to try to learn.
The Bucks have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
That free throw, no good. One is no good.
I'll tell you, it'd be a big help if he could snap out of this cold streak. His shooting has been hurting them.
And here's Smart. 7 points in the game. A dish now to Baines. There's the pick. 5 on the clock. Rozier the pass to Tatum. the pick. And so it's the Boston Celtics ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what were you all focusing on coming into the game tonight?
I come out with a intense focus and intensity that other teams can't match. Just doing whatever it takes to keep our tempo. Guys are in a great rhythm and we have a great tempo, so just trying to get everybody involved and do whatever it takes to win.
Well, we'll see if you can keep playing at your pace in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time to check out the first half of action. What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He had 12 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. Taking a look at the Celtics, Shaq, what do you think?
Well, Kenny knows about this. I used to do this to his team all the time. Take advantage of you down low. Mismatch. Barbecue chicken alert. Make good entry passes. That led to some good looks. Obviously, a lot of points. When you control the paint, Ernie, you control the game. I was the master of controlling the paint. Shaquille.
Kenny, what was your takeaway on Milwaukee?
Well, they're trailing in this game because they're shooting under 35%. Now, I've got to give a lot of credit to the defense, forcing the shooters off their spots and making them feel uncomfortable. But if someone takes something away from you, you have to be able to adapt. So they need a whole new game plan because right now they're in trouble.
And that will conclude our halftime presentation. We take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half.
Welcome back, everyone. There's State Station. That's where you get off the tee if you're going to go visit the old State House here in Boston. Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Antetokounmpo in this game has been everywhere.
I mean, he was prolific in that first half. You know it's coming, but it's just so tough to stop.
And this is what he does, right, Greg? He's out there to score the basketball, and throughout that first half, he dominated.
And now the third quarter about to get going. Boston leading by 9. Brown and Hayward out on the perimeter. Craig Monroe is out there with Horford, and it's Irving at the 5. That's the Boston 5. Monroe's shot is good.
I love this approach. Despite the lead, still attacking, adding fuel to the fire.
They are absolutely relentless right now, Greg. There's no end in sight. They are going for it.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Nobody near Parker. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
And it's easy to see that Antetokounmpo is a leader, unselfish and committed to making his guys better.
Horford against Parker. Brown outside. Hayward from outside. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo's got his 7th rebound here tonight. The shot by Middleton, wide open, but they'll get another chance. And Hayward with the block.
Well, this is where Gordon Hayward has turned himself into a dependable two-way player. How good is he at using his length to turn away these shots?
Eric Bledsoe's checked in for the Bucks. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Kicks to Horford. Back to Irving. Antetokounmpo against Hayward. Over Antetokounmpo, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Fast break, Milwaukee. It's Parker outside. They grabbed their own miss. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Monroe.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
For Milwaukee, they have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
Two shots.
Free throw good from Maker. And so he hits both. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Irving against Bledsoe. Picked by Horford. Dishes to Hayward. Nice ball movement by Boston. Monroe kicks to Brown. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Boy, what a cold start to the second half for them. Just 1 for 4 from the field so far.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Now, here's Irving. 12 points for him. In the corner, Horford with it. From deep. Here's Monroe. Over in the corner, Brown. And that one, good. Brown's got his third basket of the night right there.
Oh, how about Jaylen Brown showing us his touchdown low? Skilled at getting high percentage shots in the paint.
And they call an illegal screen here. We take a second here to take a look at the shot chart for the Celtics.
And this is what happens when you are having a tremendous offensive game. They are getting great looks and knocking down shots all over the floor. I don't think we're going to see them deviate from this approach from here on out. They've got the recipe for success.
Celtics leading by 6. Right side, Irving. He feeds it to Horford. It's good. Horford's got 8.
Well, he's one of those guys who's kept their offense clicking. They're in front thanks in no small part to what this guy's done. Well, Al Horford led all centers in assists last season. And let's also remember, assist-to-turnover ratio was almost 3-to-1.
Now, here's Parker. 5 points in the game. Doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Horford. In the corner, it's Hayward. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And now in transition is Parker. Here we go.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Bucks have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. Free throw good by Parker. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
And they continue to control the glass.
Irving kicks to Hayward. On the wing, Irving. Guarded by Bledsoe, and the shot is good. 14 points for Kyrie Irving.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Bucks trail by 9. Bledsoe dishes to Antetokounmpo. They set the pick. Over Horford. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. That's now 22 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo. For Boston, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Picked by Horford. Irving passes to Brown. Monroe kicks to Horford. In the corner, it's Hayward. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Thon Maker.
Boy, oh boy, has Gordon Hayward turned himself into a complete offensive player? His offense has grown every single year. There's no question you want the ball in this guy's hands.
Hayward hits them both. And Hayward has packed down the muscle. Doris, you've seen it. He's a dangerous finisher inside.
You're right, Kev. Crafty, explosive, and he's got tremendous touch. This guy can make something out of nothing.
Here's Irving. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. Irving kicks to Brown. Irving dishes to Horford. The kick out to Irving. Launches it. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Here is Bledsoe. Timeout called, the Bucks. And Doris, as great as Al Horford is as a player, he might be even a better leader.
Well, he's a pro's pro. Al Horford is a guy who entered the league with great work habits and great skill. More than anything to me, though, it's his poise and calm demeanor under pressure that gives his teammates a ton of confidence.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, Greg, no resistance, right? They're allowing them to get any kind of shot they want close. That simply can't happen.
Now here's Bledsoe. They set the pick. He kicks it to Middleton. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Off target from 3-point range.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
The feed to Irving. He dishes it to Hayward. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, just tip your cap to Gordon Hayward. Exceptional at scoring inside. What beautiful touch.
Now here's Middleton. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Shot off the screen. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Parker.
Boy, excellent team basketball. Used the screen to free himself up and drove the jump shot.
Irving against Bledsoe. Irving kicks to Horford. And Lakers sends it back. And now here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. And Parker gets it to go. The assist by Antetokounmpo. Parker's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Milwaukee. Picked by Horford. Inside. Monroe's shot is good. Monroe's got 11 points.
You know, Kev, this in part is why Al Horford is seen as such a terrific leader. His willingness to pass the basketball, to play unselfishly.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 24. Hayward grabs the board. Hayward's got his 5th rebound in this one. Brown the pass to Hayward. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. From 13. No good from Bledsoe. Boston leading by 10. Now here's Irving. 17 points in the game. Down low, Monroe. And the jam by Craig Monroe.
Yeah, that's what you want from Irving. He's a point guard who is always looking to distribute the rock.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the 3rd. Right wing. And Parker, here we go. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
And Greg, when Jabari Parker is healthy, he has shown that he can be a go-to scorer in this league.
Parker reminds me a bit of how Carmelo Anthony looked at the same age. His ability to just blow by defenders is going to always be something he can lean on.
One shot.
Just fantastic with how efficient he is at this age.
Free throw no good for Parker. Celtics leading by 10. Here's Smart, and out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. All right, we've got a bit of a break now, so here's a look at the league's top scoring teams. In the 3rd spot, the Bucks. In 4th, the Celtics.
You know, both these teams can beat you in so many ways, but it's usually by outscoring you. They possess a whole lot of offensive firepower.
Here's Bledsoe. Bucket is good. Bledsoe's got 5.
Listen, we know he's been working on that long-range game, but Bledsoe's explosiveness inside may still be his bread and butter.
Here's Rozier. He's got 5. Here's Baines, the 15-footer. Good.
Boy, they are not locked in defensively here in the second half. The intensity and focus haven't been there.
Bledsoe dishes to Henson. Screen by Parker. For 3, Brogdon. They get it again. Parker kicks to Bledsoe. Yep, it counts. Bledsoe's got 4 points this quarter.
He'll take on all comers. Bledsoe loves to challenge the defense on the interior.
Now Smart. 7 points in the game. Pass to Rozier. Over Bledsoe. And it's Rozier missing.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Yeah, that's not a good example right there. You could have worked it around to get a better opportunity.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Oh, I'll tell you, that's good basketball. You have to get a little creative against the big man, but I love his initiative.
Good, and Smart gets the assist. 8 points for him.
Oh, Kevin, don't you love how unselfish Marcus Smart is? Sees the open man, whips the pass over in just the right amount of space.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. And some changes here for the Bucks. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Jabari Parker. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Eric Bledsoe. Bucks trail by 9. Here's Dellavedova. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. For 3, Brogdon. Morris with the rebound. Boston's gone less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Rebound by Dellavedova. The Bucks shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. To the right side. Here's Teletovic, and Teletovic throws it down.
Yeah, this guy not just a perimeter player now. Teletovic can get nasty at the rack.
Here's Rozier. He's got 8. Feeds it to Tatum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Here's Rozier. They get a hand on it, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And so it's Milwaukee with it. They trail by 7. Dellavedova kicks to Teletovic. They set the screen. It's Brogdon, top of the key. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
I'll tell you, he doesn't always get enough credit for it, but Teletovic becoming more aware as a passer.
Smart kicks to Rozier. 1:27 left in the third quarter. Lays it up off the glass. Rozier's got 5 points now in the quarter. Bucks trail by 7. Pass to Brogdon. Teletovic passes to Brogdon. Off target from three-point range.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Morris kicks to Rozier. Morris, a screen, goes up off the pick. And it's Baines missing. Bucks shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. Wasted no time on that one.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Now here's Smart, defended by Dellavedova. Here's Tatum. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Watching Jason Tatum, it's hard to find many faults in his game, Greg. He's strong inside and out and plays both ends of the floor equally well.
Yeah, kind of a jack of all trades, right, and master of none. He does everything reasonably well on the basketball floor, just doesn't do anything great. Having said that, though, Tatum is one of those guys that I think improves the overall IQ of your team, and terrific size at his position.
first free throw is good.
Yeah, Tatum plays with a lot of confidence. He feels like he can take on anyone and already proving to be a great leader at his age.
Both shots good from the stripe.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And there's the pass to Dellavedova. Teletovic the screen. Snell dishes to Henson, using his post move to get the 2 points. Henson's got 6.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Dellavedova with the ball. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Snell. Here's Rozier. Got it off in time, but it's no good. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Celtics lead by 2. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Jason Kidd.
Defensively, keep talking, right? Keep helping each other. We get the rebound, don't get in early, pick and roll.
And Jason Kidd telling them what it's going to take, all 5 guys communicating on the floor.
And calling for the early pick and rolls, you can get really clean looks that way before that defense is able to kind of lock in.
We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The 4th quarter of action getting started. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the 4th quarter. Malcolm Brogdon out there with Matthew Dellavedova. Then it's John Henson. Then there's Mirza Teletovic. And it's Snell in at the 3 slot. Now here's Smart. To the paint. Tatum kicks to Smart. Not going to go that time. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Stolen by Smart. Rozier the pass to Morris. Tries again. A stupendous finish in traffic.
Terrific score there off the miss by Morris. Doesn't get a ton of offensive rebounds, but making that one count.
Now here is Dellavedova. Defense is right there. Lets a floater go. Baines with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Monroe's checked in for Boston. A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone right now. 3 on the clock. He gets it in there. Henson's got the game tied up here for the Bucks.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Monroe with a screen on Brogdon. Morris a screen. Tatum dishes to Smart. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, you know Marcus Smart understands how to use his body inside, and I just love how he goes right up with the shot.
Passes to Dellavedova. In the corner, Snell with it. Teletovic the screen. Snell kicks to Teletovic. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Smart passes to Morris. There's the screen. The dish to Tatum. Kicks it to Smart. With the floater. That shot off the mark. Bucks have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. And stolen by Tatum. Smart kicks to Tatum. The shot from the low post is good. And the Celtics lead by 2.
And Tatum already showing some efficiency from beyond. Fantastic at getting the position he wants for the shot.
Here's Snell. Pass to Brogdon. Henson with the screen. Shot clock at 6. The shot by Brogdon, no good.
And it's not easy to get those stops at the rim, but he does a great job with it.
Yeah, he can make it look simple on the interior when it's really not. He knew exactly how to guard on the inside. Boy, you have got to love the dime, the pass on time and on target.
Teletovic, the screen. Looking to get it going. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Rozier kicks to Morris. From past the arc. Rebounded by Snell. Bucks trail by 4. Teletovic in the corner. And again, the Bucks miss. For Boston, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. A nice shot by Tatum.
Yeah, you got to admire his instincts offensively. Tatum does a great job of shooting it in rhythm off the pass.
And for Milwaukee, they're shooting about 43% here in the fourth quarter. Brogdon the pass to Henson. Brogdon with the screen for Henson. Back to Brogdon. With some arc. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Malcolm Brogdon, a second-round pick out of the University of Virginia. What a find, Greg, he has been, and you love that he can fill in at either guard spot.
And you get the feeling Brogdon was overlooked for being a 4-year player in college. Has the passing and vision of a point guard, scores well enough from inside and out to play off the ball as well.
That free throw good from Brogdon. And a new group in for the Celtics. Al Horford's checked in for Morris. Hayward comes in for Tatum. Brownie's checked in for Marcus Smart. And Irving subbed in for Rozier. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Akers checked in for Henson. Parker comes in for Mirza Teletovic. And Antetokounmpo's checked in for Tony Snell. And Middleton subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova.
Boy, just never a good idea to give this guy too many chances up the line. He's going to cash in.
Picked by Horford. Irving dishes to Horford. Irving kicks to Horford. Over Parker. Horford, no luck.
Boy, terrific defense to impact the shot, not giving him any space at all.
Middleton the pass to Antetokounmpo to the inside. And the dunk by Parker.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now, here is Irving. Horford with it. He's picked up by Parker. Here's Monroe. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
Not the kind of strong finish it should have been. Something threw him off.
That ties it up. Parker's got 14 points here in the second half.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
The screen from Brown. Back to Hayward. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
So tempting to fall for that pump fake. Gordon Hayward phenomenal at getting them to bite on it.
And the first one at the line is good.
It's an amazing thing to watch Gordon Hayward play the game of basketball. Every year he's made improvements, and he is a legit all-star level talent now.
Eric Bledsoe's checked in for the Bucks. Hayward hits them both. And here's Middleton. Dishes it to Parker. Back to Middleton. Screened by Parker. Bledsoe for 3. The Bucks getting another chance here.
Yeah, just nice hustle there. That work gets them the extra possession. And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Yeah, to start off with so many mistakes and still now find a way where everything's working, it allows their momentum and confidence to continue to build.
Nailed from three-point land. And the Celtics lead by 3.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
There's the pick. Antetokounmpo dishes to Parker. Here's Maker. The shot comes out. Good work defensively by Horford. Hayward with the ball. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Kevin, this guy has great presence of mind. Gordon Hayward will take a pounding. He embraces a chance to get some free ones from the foul line.
First free throw is good.
You know, seeing an uptick in his trips to the free throw line, really, since we came out of the half.
Second free throw, no good.
You know, he didn't get them all, but they'll be able to breathe just a bit easier with the 2-possession lead.
And Middleton kicks to Parker, shoots over Monroe, and that one comes up a bit short. Celtics leading by 4. Here's Brown, fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up.
Then Kevin, Jaylen Brown thrives when it comes to scoring through contact. This is a guy who is constantly looking to initiate that body contact with the defense.
Brown no good on the free throw. Bucks trail by 6. Middleton left side. And Hayward with the block. They recover it. And that one drops.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Irving. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Irving's got 19 points.
Boy, the swagger, the confidence, all on display. He is in the zone right now, Kyrie.
Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Picked by Horford. Hayward outside. He feeds it to Horford. Back to Hayward. 5 on the clock. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
It seems like they found their rhythm offensively, and they're shooting the ball much better out of the break.
The free throw drops by Hayward. Bucks trail by 7. Antetokounmpo passes to Maker. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And Boston called for the foul.
Two shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Both good from the line that time. Celtics leading by 5. Outside Irving. He kicks to Hayward. Screen by Monroe. Over in the corner, Brown. Just 5 on the clock. Rebound, Milwaukee. Now here's Middleton. Maker with a screen for Middleton. He dishes it to Bledsoe. Irving with the steal. And Irving with a clear path to the hoop. You know, he jams right over Jabari Parker.
Well, the quick hands of Irving to help create offense for himself on the other end.
That was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Under Armour. Another unleash chaos moment. Screened by Parker. And Bledsoe, here we go. Count that one.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime when it was just barely above 30%.
Now here's Hayward. Back to Irving. Parker with the steal. And up the court come the Bucks. On the break, Parker's running. Over Irving. Parker's shot is off. Boston leading by 5. Here's Brown. And Brown throws it down.
Well, how about the leaping ability of Jaylen Brown? Soars high for the rim-rocking slam. Go to work, young man.
Now Middleton. Bledsoe outside. Maker with a screen for Bledsoe. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Bledsoe's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And this is what we mean when we call someone a go-to scorer. Bledsoe coming up big when it counts.
Now here is Irving. They get it back.
Yeah, coming off that screen, wide open, just can't convert.
And I think, Greg, that's exactly what you want. The screen was solid. The execution just fell a little bit short on the shot.
Hayward against Antetokounmpo. They set the pick. The feed now to Maker. He tries for 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Horford's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Irving. And Maker sends it back. And Bledsoe, here we go. Maker tipped back in for 2.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Brown kicks to Horford. Looking to get back on track here. Rebounded by Maker. Bucks trail by 3. Here's Antetokounmpo. Parker dishes to Antetokounmpo. The Bucks working the ball around. He had a nice open look right there. Antetokounmpo's got 12 points here in the second half.
I think everyone expecting Bledsoe to perhaps force the issue, but he keeps his poise and finds the open man.
Irving kicks to Hayward. Back to Irving. Feeds it to Monroe. Yes!
Now, that is cold-blooded.
What a shot. He had no fear. I love it.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're trailing by 3. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Well, I got a chance to listen in on what Jason Kidd was talking about with his players. He told him, don't look at the scoreboard. It's 0-0. One play at a time. Execute the game plan. That's how we're going to win this game. Kevin is trying to keep him focused.
Now here's Irving. Following the miss by Eric Bledsoe. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Horford. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Parker. Fires from 14. The rebound by the Celtics. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Irving kicks to Hayward. Back to Irving. Just 5 on the clock. The pass to Hayward. And it's Monroe at the elbow. Over Maker. Nails it.
It feels like that one could be the dagger. Not enough time to completely erase this deficit.
Well, Greg, it's going to be tough, that's for sure. A shot like that has to devastate the other team.
Timeout called, the Bucks. They're trailing by 5. 6 seconds left in the game. Guys, what's your take?
Well, this is what they're left with, needing a fast bucket, then a foul.
Well, it's desperation time, and you don't have a ton of time to play around with. They know it. Got to get to work.
And so it's the Boston Celtics with the W. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Kyrie. Nice win tonight. What was your thought process coming into the game?
You know, I was just going out there trying to compete on every play, trying to play as much defense as possible. You know, just sticking to our game plan. We had a game plan going in and we executed.
Got it done at both ends of the floor, Kyrie. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.